Another request this week from Phil, who wants me to review Star Trek. And also, I'm going to tell you my brilliant Star Trek joke. Now, I can't really remember much about Star Trek the first time round, to be honest with you. I just remember it being repeated loads in like the 70s and 80s, I think. I think it ran around tea time and the kids used to watch it. Now, basically, you'd got William Shatner as Captain Kirk of the USS Enterprise, whose mission it was to boldly go where no bloke had gone before. And they travelled to the far-flung reaches of the galaxy and visit all these wonderful planets and meet all these weird aliens. Although a lot of the planets seem to be made out of polystyrene and a lot of the aliens seem to be blokes in suits. But it was the 60s and probably didn't have much money to spend on it. Now, talking of no money, it seemed like most weeks the cheapest option was to have the crew taken over by some invisible being or something like that. And this required Shatner to demonstrate his full repertoire of acting skills.
Lungs filling there again. To see again.
And Shatner, he's got this very unique acting style. And you're watching it and you're thinking, oh, this bloke, the way he's acting, it's either it's brilliant or it's shit. And I could never really work out which one it was. But when he gets hit by an invisible ray gun or a mind probe or something like that, his acting, it's second to none. Nobody gets hit by an invisible ray gun or a mind probe as well as Shatner does. And as for the physical stuff, well, it was a bit hard because he'd do some of the physical stuff. But then when they have fight scenes, they'd cut to these wide shots and use completely different actors. They look nothing like the people they're supposed to be. I mean, it was obvious it wasn't them. Don't know why they did that. And of course, they got Mr Spock, haven't they? Mr Spock with his pointy ears, you know, he was an iconic character, isn't he, Mr Spock? Famous for having no emotion, apart from when they were running out of ideas and they decided to give him some emotion. Yeah. Of course, there's that Star Trek joke, isn't there, about ears. You know, what 3 ears he got? You know, his left ear, his right ear, and his final front ear. That's not my Star Trek joke. That's I've got my Star Trek joke. It's loads better than that. Loads better than that. That's another Star Trek joke. Yeah. Now, over the years, Star Trek, it's gained in popularity, and it really does inspire devotion, you know, from its fans. Back when I used to be a coach driver, I was a coach driver for 25 years, but one time I took a coach load of Star Trek fans to a Star Trek convention, and they were all dressed up as, you know, Klingons and all sorts, proper weirdos. I mean, lovely folk, you know, don't get me wrong, lovely folk, but weird. to get a rise out on them, I used to say, oh, are we going to see Mr Spurk and Captain Cock? It used to really wind him up. That's not my Star Trek joke. No, my Star Trek joke. Oh, it's loads better than that, yeah. I'll save that for later. Now, when the original crew got a bit long in the tooth, you know, they're all creaking at the joints, they invented some new spin-off Star Treks, which all seemed the bloody same, to be honest with you. Basically, all it was that they had slightly different shaped ship, and they'd have a different captain, but pretty much it was the same. And I don't think they've had one for a bit, so they've decided to invent another new one, which again has got probably a different captain and probably a different shaped ship. So that's coming out soon. So yeah, if you like Star Trek, give it a watch. Now, I just want to make it clear, I'm only focusing on the original Star Trek. I'm not going to review these other Star Treks, because I didn't really see many of them, and I don't know much about them. So don't get your knickers in a twist if I don't talk about it. Oh.
Hey up there, Raymondo. Just thought I'd beam down and say hey up.
Hey up, Pickle Ray. Not seen you for ages, mate. What have you been up to? It's nice to see you finally got some clothes on.
Well, Raymondo, I thought I'd better get dressed because recently I've been beaming down to a load of planets, and I thought, I don't want to get bitten on the todger by a Megato.
Oh, what the bloody hell's a Megato?
Oh, a Megato, it's an ape-like carnivore that inhabits the subtropical savanna regions of the planet Neural. And its venom has got a toxin that attacks your nervous system.
Oh yeah, you don't want that. But you shouldn't have worn a red shirt, because the blokes in the red shirts, they always get killed first.
Well, that's not strictly true, Raymondo. Because although in absolute terms, more of the red-shirted blokes get killed than any other colour shirts, in relative terms, i.e. as a proportion of the amount of red-shirted blokes on the ship compared to the amount of blue-shirted or gold-shirted blokes, I'd be more likely to die if I wore a blue or a gold shirt, statistically speaking. Anyway, I must be off, Raymondo. Got some planets to visit. Beam me up, Scotty.
Oh, nice to see you, Courageous. Incidentally, nobody ever said beam me up Scotty in the programme. It's one of them fallacies, you know. Yeah. Now don't worry, I ain't forgotten about my Star Trek joke. Here it is. Why was Captain Kirk's wife covered in feces? Because William Shatner. Oh, it. If you've got any requests for reviews, then drop me a line on Twitter or Facebook, and I'll try and review it. I can't promise I'll do it, but I'll do my best. Okie doke.